There's something about this whole AI art thing that's been really tugging at me. As a person who loves art, it feels like more than just a trend. It's, well, it's complicated, and it's hitting close to home for a lot of us. So, let's talk about this. I've been doing art since 2019, and when the pandemic happened, I suddenly had all the time in the world to draw. I spent hours just experimenting with anatomy and drawing portraits, making mistakes and slowly getting better. Then I started seeing some results, and I decided to keep going because, well, art was my only hobby and it made me happy. And that's why this whole AI art thing feels a bit weird. Don't get me wrong, it is a great tool if you want to find some inspiration. But nowadays, with the advancement of these AI tools, the line between a real artwork and AI generated images begins to blur. You know, a lot of people like to say, well, AI is just another tool. It's no different from when the camera was invented. I see where they're coming from. That point is brought up quite a bit. Still, I'm not sure it really fits with the AI tools we have now. Let's think about it this way. You can hand me a camera, put me in the same room as a professional photographer, and give us the same subject, but our photos still won't look the same. Why? Because I've never studied photography. I've never practiced the craft. My shots would obviously look bad compared to someone who has spent years learning, experimenting, and refining their skills. A professional's work excels because it's built on fundamentals, experience, and real mastery. Things you can't skip with just a tool. But with AI art tools, it's different. Because they don't just skip the fundamentals, they skip the entire climb. The late nights learning anatomy, the years studying color, the hundreds of mistakes that slowly shape your style. All of that disappears the moment someone types a few prompts. And the uncomfortable part, the part people don't like to talk about, is where these tools are learned to create in the first place. They weren't trained on empty space. They were trained on thousands of artworks taken without permission, styles borrowed from artists who might not even know their work is being used to generate endless variations of something new. So it's not that the tools themselves are evil. It's the people misusing it, the fake commissions, fake portfolios, AI-generated art books being sold as original work, entire accounts built on stolen styles, and somehow it's the artists who get told to adapt. And that's the part that hits the hardest. It's that they erase the journey, the practice, the ownership, the struggle that actually makes art, art. And now we are starting to see the effects of these tools. Not just in the art world, but in the way people perceived creativity itself. People who've spent years refining their craft are now competing with instant, effortless generations, made from data sets built on their work, often without consent, credit, or compensation. And the result? A growing disconnect between artist and audience. between what art is and what people are starting to think what it should be. Because when a tool can mimic a style in seconds, it doesn't just imitate the art, it erases the context, the story, the hundreds of invisible hours that make that style meaningful. So, what can we do? Well, we keep creating. We keep doing the things we love, even if things are different now. Because real art, the kind born from lived experiences, from mistakes, from joy and heartbreak, can't be automated. So we keep building communities. We keep supporting artists who's trying to survive this shift. We keep sharing our artwork and the messy whips that no machine can replicate. Because at the end of the day, art isn't just about the final image. It's the journey getting there. It's the hands that made it. The story only you can tell. And if we keep telling those stories, art isn't going anywhere. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about this. These past few years have been painful for a lot of us, confusing, discouraging, and honestly, a little heartbreaking. Watching the landscape shift so fast, watching artists struggle to keep up, it's been tough. But I hope that no matter what happens, we don't give up on our love of creating, because it matters. Your art matters. Your stories, your weird ideas, your imperfect sketches, all of it matters more than you think.